Wow, today weather is good.
Yeah, today weather is slightly better.
So do you remember how we first started?
Of course, we started off only at $3,000 in our bank. And back then I'm also just an engineer. I remember that you're still working in the network marketing company.
Well, I'm glad you make the switch to property.
I was thinking back then to actually start off as a insurance agent or property agent, realtor. Then I'm glad that I make a right decision to actually go and sell houses because one of the passion. Yeah. And today we bang a lot of wall and then we attended a lot of courses. Today we have a slight small little achievement in our life.
Well, I'm glad. Not too bad. 10 years, we able to achieve the Millionaire award, able to train so many producers. Hard work really pay off.
Yeah. But I never think of that. I only think about how can I be more consistent in that sense. Cannot fall into complacent part.
Of course.
Yeah. So, come and think about it moving forward. I wanted to help more people. I wanted to help more people in the team and also our client. So to achieve more in that sense. What do you think?
Of course. That time you were sharing about the consumer, how you want to help the consumer. So what's the thing that you are planning to do?
We wanted to actually start off with this thing called the SPC as well, the FPA. The FPA. FPA is also one of the new initiatives we have started off to actually help many of the consumers to understand about Singapore real estate, because there's so many things have changed. So this is one of the program and one of the new initiatives that we started off so that more people will be achieving, people like myself and many of inspiration. The new initiative You want to find out more?
Interesting.
You want to find out more?
Of course.
Yeah, let me show you.
Okay.
So do you know that this is actually one of the houses that we wanted to actually show you
Okay.
But the important thing right now in the market in order for us to actually buy a property even for ourselves, there's three common I think question that majority of the purchaser or even sales owners homeowners wanted to find out. First is basically the interest rate. Interest rate have been actually talking about so long last year till now, and today we are facing more than 4.something% per month. So that's one thing. Second thing, we want to talk about the inflation also. Does the inflation actually help in your current property? Or rather to say that the inflation affect your current property? Let's put it this way. And the third thing here we want to talk about here is basically the recession. Because of all these inflation coming in and the prices coming up and the oil price, all these external factors happen, right? People will also worry whether is there any recession coming in. So that's also why we started off FPA, because when coming on board the FPA, we wanted to help more homeowners to know that with the existing problem that we are facing right now, does it actually make sense for you to sell a property or even buy a property? Because today's market is a bit slightly different from last few years. I definitely want to make sure today that we are giving the right advice to the client and the peers around us.